Do you like eating bacon? Or ham, sausages, French fries, potato chips, salami, fruit juice, fried foods, soda drinks? They're tasty, but they're among the 10 worst foods for your health. According to the World Health Organization, cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death globally, accounting for an estimated 17.9 million deaths each year. This represents approximately 32% of all deaths worldwide. Cardiovascular diseases are a set of heart and blood vessel disorders and responsible for a significant burden of disability, with many people living with long-term health problems following a heart attack or stroke. Bacon is a type of processed meat that has an unhealthy amount of both saturated and trans fats. Both types of fats have been connected to an elevated risk of heart disease. In addition, bacon contains a lot of sodium, which is a major contributor to high blood pressure. High blood pressure is a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease and stroke. Cooking bacon at high temperatures can result in the formation of potentially hazardous substances known as heterocyclic amines. These amines have been associated with an increased likelihood of developing cancer. The processed meat known as turkey bacon is promoted as a more nutritious substitute for the more traditional kind of bacon. Despite this, it still has a high salt content and frequently incorporates nitrates and other potentially hazardous preservatives into its production. Fried foods are heavy in unhealthy fats and calories, making them a terrible choice for your health. A high intake of fried foods is associated with an increased risk of developing heart disease, as well as an increase in body fat and cholesterol levels. Frying at high temperatures can also produce hazardous substances like acrylamides, which have been linked to an increased risk of cancer. When certain meals, such as potatoes and other starchy foods, are cooked at high temperatures, acrylamides develop. To lessen the risk of health concerns, restrict your consumption of fried meals and opt for healthier cooking methods such as baking, grilling, or steaming. Potato chips are a common form of snack food that are notorious for their high levels of calories, salt, and harmful fats. High salt intake can contribute to high blood pressure, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Most potato chips are fried in toxic oils, such as trans fat-containing hydrogenated oils. Trans fats are harmful to your health because they elevate cholesterol, induce inflammation, and lead to the development of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and other health issues. Consuming an excessive amount of potato chips has been linked to weight gain as well as an elevated risk of cardiovascular disease. While potato chips are a delicious snack, they are not a healthy one. To lower the risk of health concerns, restrict your consumption of potato chips and replace them with healthier snacks such as raw vegetables, whole fruit, or unsalted almonds. Sugars and syrups are frequently used to sweeten foods and beverages, but they have little nutritional value and can affect your health. Sugary beverages and snacks can lead to weight gain, dental decay, and an increased risk of chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Added sugars, such as those found in sugary drinks and snacks, can also contribute to tooth decay. To lower the risk of health problems, it is critical to restrict added sugar consumption and choose foods low in added sugars, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. It is also critical to study food labels and select foods with fewer added sugars, as these can be disguised in many processed goods. Processed oils, such as corn oil, soybean oil, and canola oil, may contain a high concentration of unsaturated fats, such as omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids, which can contribute to cellular inflammation. Chronic inflammation raises the chance of developing a variety of health issues, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers. Choose healthier oils, such as olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil, which are richer in beneficial nutrients and antioxidants and lower in bad fats. Margarine, baked products, and fried foods are all examples of processed foods that include hydrogenated fats. Hydrogenated fats, commonly known as trans fats, are a type of manufactured fat that results from the partial hydrogenation of liquid vegetable oils. This procedure converts the oils into a semi-solid or solid state, making them more usable in cooking and food preparation. Hydrogenated fats are linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke when consumed regularly. Trans fats elevate cholesterol levels and cause inflammation in the body, increasing the risk of heart disease. Furthermore, trans fats can significantly raise the risk of type 2 diabetes by causing insulin resistance, which is a major risk factor for the condition. To limit your intake of hydrogenated fats, pick foods low in trans fats and restrict your consumption of processed meals. Reading food labels can also help you cut down on hydrogenated fats, which are sometimes described as partially hydrogenated oil or trans fats. Refined carbohydrates, such as white flour and white sugar, typically include a low amount of essential nutrients and fiber because they are removed during processing. Refined carbohydrates, which include those found in white bread and other sugary snacks, have been shown to contribute to increased risk of weight gain, high blood sugar, and chronic disease. Weight gain because refined carbs are quickly digested and turned into glucose, which can raise insulin levels and cause insulin resistance. Insulin resistance raises the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other health issues. To lower the risk of health problems linked with refined carbs, choose whole grains over refined carbohydrates, such as brown rice, whole grain bread, and quinoa. Besides that, eating foods high in fiber and minerals, such as fruits, vegetables, and legumes, can improve general health and lower the risk of developing health problems. Most breakfast sausages have a significant amount of harmful fats, sodium, and preservatives in their ingredients, and consuming an excessive amount has been linked to weight gain as well as an elevated risk of cardiovascular disease. High salt intake can elevate blood pressure and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Instead of processed meats, prefer complete, nutrient-dense meals like eggs, whole grain toast, and fresh fruit to boost the healthfulness of your morning. Choosing lean protein sources like grilled chicken or fish will help you lower the amount of bad fat and salt in your diet. Processed meats, which include ham, bacon, and salami, have been preserved by smoking, curing, salting, or the addition of preservatives. The sodium content, the number of preservatives, and the percentage of harmful fats in processed meats like deli meat and hot dogs are typically quite high. Consuming an excessive amount of processed meat is associated with an increased risk of developing chronic diseases such as cancer, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. To lessen the risk of health concerns linked with processed meat, restrict your consumption of it and instead opt for lean protein alternatives such as grilled chicken or fish. In general, it is essential to maintain a diet that is well balanced and provides enough complete foods, such as a variety of fruits, vegetables, grains, and lean sources of protein. Although it is acceptable to indulge in some of these unhealthy foods on occasion, it is better to keep consumption of these foods to a minimum to lower the probability of developing a health condition. The ability to make healthy decisions and keep a balanced diet both have the potential to contribute to one's overall health and well-being.